Hi, hello there. We are going up a mountain today, and it's going to be Ben Chonzie, which is a Munro. It's about 931 meters high or 3,055 feet, and I'm looking forward to that. It should take probably around 4 hours, maybe a little more than that, and I haven't bothered to bring the drone today, so it should be nice and easy for me on the way up. So please come along. And we were rather lucky because as we were coming in, a person was leaving because it's quite a popular place actually. I suspect we're going to be going in this direction, and then I think the mountain is somewhere beyond there. So the whole walk is apparently 7.75 miles. So off we go. It's actually a beautiful day today. It's fairly warm. The forecast is 21 degrees Celsius, and as you can see, the sky is pretty clear. Apparently this walk's pretty nice in winter too, but for now it's summer. It's the afternoon, it's almost 1 p.m, so perhaps on the way back we're gonna get some nice evening light coming in. There's a little arrow, the Ben, so it's the way we need to go. I love how the sheep have found a shady place to rest. So as we're slowly climbing up the path, you're starting to get more of a view of the surrounding mountains. So far we have been bumbling along this path, and it's a very gradual way up so far. And the landscape is barren, as you would come to expect in Scotland, or most of the Scottish Highlands are pretty barren. And luckily there's a slight wind which is a little bit cool, otherwise it would be really roasting. So we are going to be crossing over the burn over this dam, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of water coming through. Of course it's been warm again for a little while, so about at least a week it's been very summery again. So this is Invergeldy Burn, and all the water seems to be just underneath the stones. Do you see how there's some kind of interesting water pattern just around our shadow, or my shadow? I think the sun is perhaps right behind me. So I wonder if this is our Ben Chonzie, or as they probably say in Gaelic, Ben Chonzie. It's starting to look like it is. And if you have a look at the path, it looks like it's just going to be fairly gentle because it's going up in serpentines. And then if that's the top there, it's not particularly steep, so for Munro you could say that's a pretty easy walk. And you can see more and more peaks appearing from behind, even those over there. So they should have a fairly nice view from the top. And this is roughly southwest, so these are all the hills and mountains that are towards the Western Highlands. Now this path, which we are not taking, leads eventually to Loch Tay and to a village called Artalnag, I think. I'll put it on the screen. So it does look really beautiful, but we're gonna be continuing up the way and up to the top. And I'm using an app, by the way, which is called View Ranger, which I've downloaded, and it's got an OS map which you can download offline, and that's what I'm using to track our location. Somebody scratched a little sign for us. So the path continues up there. This is the first track up to the top. But if you were to go this way, there's a couple more, and I think the original path would have been up along the ridge. So this is the first instance where the path turns a bit more difficult, but overall I would say it's still fairly doable. And if you were to follow this path, you would then turn to the right, and that would take you to a mountain called Carn Choice or Carn Choice, and you could probably do some kind of loop. But we're taking it easy. So even here I can find cloudberries. There they are, but they don't seem to have any fruits. So I don't think it's the time yet. I can see some kind of mountain over there now. Right, I think that's actually Carn Choice, which I told you about earlier, because that is the way the path goes if you turn to the right. I can also see Ben Vorlich from here. That should be that one there, the big one. And we have gone up it. I think that this is it there. It's making a very gentle curve. There's a hole here. I wonder if that's actually where the mountain hares live. This is a strange comparison, but walking to Ben Chonzie, or Chonzie, reminds me of when you're in a city and there's a tower. So let's take the Eiffel Tower or Berlin TV Tower, and you can see it from afar and it looks really up close. And then you end up walking and walking and it feels like you never get any closer. So it kind of reminds me of that. So there we are, that's the top with the cairn. One big cairn right ahead of us. I really like the look of that glen over there. Oh, wait a second, I know that mountain. Doesn't that look like Schiehallion maybe? So here we have a beautiful loch. So that loch is called Loch Turret. So here we are. It's taken us about 3 hours and 50 minutes to get up here, so almost the 4 hours that I anticipated. And looking at the landscape and looking at how flat the whole top is, I'm thinking that I might as well have brought the drone, because if you put it up in the air, you're going to have a much better view. This way we're going to have to walk just around the edge and see if we can get a better view on the roundabout mountains. But actually there's a bunch of flying ants up here and they're starting to surround us, so I don't think we're going to be sticking around here for very long. As far as the difficulty of the walk goes, if I were to rate it out of 5 stars, it would maybe be 2 or 2.5, just because it's such a long walk and there is that steep bit when you go up to the side of the hill. Other than that, it's kind of fun, apart from being really long. Although, if you like a lot of excitement and changing landscape, this is might be a bit boring for you. Did I enjoy myself? I don't know, it was tough going. But I do like the view that you get, especially with the different kinds of layers of hills, especially in this direction towards the west. I think that looks really beautiful, the way the hills are layered. I do wonder about this fence. I wonder why it's here and why it's dividing the mountain in half. So we're gonna go back down, just because there's too many flying ants for my liking. And I think I have deserved my peach. So there we are, we have arrived at the fortified path, and we've taken the middle path on the way down, because there's 3 paths that diverge. This is the first path where we went up, and then there's a path that goes along the ridge, that's the one that we took, and then there's one on the other side as well. So it's been about an hour since we left, since we've been at the top. So we'll see how long it's going to take to get back to our car from here. So this is the moment I was hoping for. This is when the low light is coming in. It's looking very nice, very atmospheric. Just wanted to show you all the flying ants that are teeming on the ground. Don't know how well you can see them. Oh, this one has landed on my phone. But yeah, that makes hill walking just that little bit less enjoyable. So that mountain in the distance did turn out to be our mountain, but you can definitely not see the top because the top just extends beyond that ridge. Look who came out to play. my god, they have trousers. Oh my god, look at them. So here we are back at the car park, and in the end it took us about 6.5 hours to get up to the top and back. My knees are actually not too bad compared to other walks, and we've got the beautiful evening light that I was hoping for. So I hope that you have enjoyed the nice view and the walk. Have a nice morning, evening or day, and thank you for watching.